Take a drive down Oil Well Road in eastern Collier County today, and all around you you'll see large parcels of agricultural operations surrounded by heavily wooded preserve areas. The other thing you may notice as you travel along this road are signs indicating something new is about to happen here. It's called Rural Lands West, a mixed-use development being planned and permitted by Collier Enterprises. It will create innovative residential and commercial development in a way that not only preserves the natural features that already exist here, but restores and enhances vital environmental features that have been impacted by past land uses. In fact, the plan calls for 75% of the lands to be preserved, with only 25% to be developed. And that development will occur largely on lands already impacted by long-standing, large-scale agricultural operations. The history of Collier Enterprises goes all the way back to the early 1900s, when New York advertising magnate Baron Gift Collier first visited Southwest Florida and fell in love with the area's subtropical climate and natural beauty. Collier Enterprises is planning this development in accordance with the landmark Rural Land Stewardship Program, which was adopted into Collier County's Land Code as a way to encourage smart growth patterns in rural areas of the county. What we're talking about here is an area of eastern Collier County consisting of approximately 4,000 acres of proposed development. Once again, it's important to note that for every acre of development, there will be 3 acres of preserved land. Here's where the new town center will be built. This town center will bring new jobs, commercial services, and other conveniences, not only to those who live in the Rural Lands West community, but also to those living in the nearby Golden Gate Estates area. This will greatly reduce the need to drive long distances to obtain needed goods and services. Just think, a large variety of housing options plus schools, parks, preserves, and easy access to employment, shopping, dining, and recreation for eastern Collier County. Open space will always dominate the landscape here, and the parks, preserves, wetlands, and wildlife habitat will be preserved in perpetuity at no cost to taxpayers. In fact, the approximately 800 acres of farmland you see here now will be restored to a natural system which will improve the area's hydrologic conditions and enhance the wildlife corridor that already exists. Additionally, the preserves of the Rural Lands West project, seen here in blue, when connected to other preserve areas established by the Rural Land Stewardship Program, will create a permanent wildlife and water flow corridor that connects the vital Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary and Watershed to the Florida Panther National Wildlife Refuge and Big Cypress National Preserve. It bears repeating that more than 90% of the areas considered for residential and commercial development under this plan are already cleared as the result of past uses. Stated another way, where you see impacted land now, you'll see responsible and innovatively built communities and commercial districts. Where you now see forests, you'll continue to see those same forests in the future because they're staying right where they've been for hundreds of years. That's the promise from one of Southwest Florida's most respected businesses, Collier Enterprises. We look forward to working with all interested parties to make this community a model for truly sustainable development.